Good morning, New Life. My name's Jonathan, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my story. I love to be outdoors. This summer we've played a lot of volleyball, we've done a lot of paddleboarding. Love to spend time with my daughter, and last year I set a goal that I wanted to hike 10 14ers and accomplished that goal and took some great guys from New Life, so that was a good time. So growing up, my story, I think, seems pretty standard. I grew up in a Christian home. My father was a pastor, so I felt like I was exposed to a lot of the right answers. I was involved in church a lot. I went through your classic pastor's kid rebellious phase in high school, but it was more early on in college where I felt like God really started moving in my life and drawing me closer to Him. I had the chance to get involved in campus ministry and be discipled by really good men and kind of start that process of discipling others and getting involved more in ministry and leadership. But I still feel like there was a mask of self-reliance, and all that changed a few years ago in 2020 when my then wife let me know that she was leaving and started the long process of humbling me and forcing me to reconcile and look in the mirror and say, you know what, I am absolutely broken and sinful and absolutely in need of a Savior, and I can nothing on my own, that I can't do anything without Him. I had been on the phone with a mediator, and he had gotten back on the phone and said, Jonathan, I think you need to be prepared for the worst. There's an attorney involved that's known for being really aggressive. And in that week, I think in a period of hurt and confusion and poor counsel, some major accusations were made and a protective order was filed, and it would be about 2 months before Evie and I were able to be together. And I have never been so scared, where I had absolutely no control over the situation. There was nothing I could do but being able to cry out and say, God, you say that you're a God of truth. Let the truth be made known. And it was. And in time, really good people, peacemakers, were brought into our situation that were able to look at everything that was going on and shed clarity on everything. So maybe in the reality of living in a broken world, restoration of our marriage wasn't a possibility, but maybe it looks like two people going from a place of brokenness, looking at each other like strangers, hurting, filled with bitterness, but being able to come together on a Sunday morning on Mother's Day and being able to support our daughter and listen to the words, fear not, for I have redeemed you. I've called you by name. You are mine. And that's special and that's important. And that's the God that we serve. We have a God that's faithful, that heals the brokenhearted, a God that steps into the mess, the muck and the mire, and pulls us out and puts our feet on solid ground. And that's a blessing and a gift and a miracle. And that's the God that we serve. And the blessing is that we get to do that in this context, in the context of community, where we get to be the hands and feet doing that together as children of God, encouraging each other, speaking truth into each other's life. And for me, New Life has been a place of healing and growth. It's been a place where I've been able to sit under good, humble, faithful men of God like Troy, Jeff, Dave, and Don, where my daughter's been supported and loved on, and been given amazing examples of godly women, better than I could have hoped for. And it's where God's spoken tenderly and said, I'm not done. Your story's not over. I'm still here, and I'm still working, and I still have a plan for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And that's a God that I can trust.